welcome back or to the weekly vlog. I'm crouching down a little bit because my tripod's not that tall and I'm a shorty. So I'm picking up this week's vlog not too long after I finished last week's vlog, but a few things have happened since I filmed last. Namely, well, first of all, no, how rude of me. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Dawn's Days vlog channel. And if this is your first time stepping by, welcome, welcome. I'll give you a quick intro. So yeah, I'm a British expat. I'm from Manchester, but now I live in the Netherlands, just outside of Amsterdam. I've lived here over 20 years with my partner Lawrence, our two boys Joshua and William, and our fur babies Jack and Daxter. Jack's a very fluffy ginger pussycat and Dax our Parsons Terrier. And if you're an OG, a returning subscriber, welcome back guys. Lovely to have you with me today. So, formalities over. So rude. You'd think after how many years I'd know to do that, but anyway. Yes, today, so the groceries arrived, all put away. And then, I think I might have mentioned in last week's vlog, I'm pretty sure I did, but if I didn't, the house next door is sold. Hallelujah, we've met the new owner and he informed us that there's going to be construction going on. And he's left his number with us, so if there's a problem, and it's like, okay, well, it's really nice that he did that. It's very neighbourly. We're going to have to suck it up. But yeah, this morning's, it's been a bit loud in the house. In case something starts up in a minute, you might get an idea of it. Also, on top of that, I think I might have mentioned in last week's vlog that the chimney sweep came and the cap off the chimney that keeps all the rain and birds and everything out of the chimney blown off. So he's been this morning and fitted that. So we're good to go. We can light a fire now, finally, although it's quite mild at the moment. So I don't know when that will be. And yeah, for the rest, I don't know. We're just discussing if we have any plans for the day. Not really. I just want to pop out and buy some nice woolly tights if you're interested. But yeah, not really much, not really anything exciting going on at the moment. But anyway, if something happens, I will be sure to take you with me. Right, I'm heading into this room where my washing machine is because my washing tablets arrived in the delivery and I've got a mountain of laundry to be getting on with. So I will catch you later. I can't remember when I last spoke to you. I really can't remember. This tripod's not good. Anyway, just made a coffee in my Christmas mug. It's not too hot. I had a really nice day for myself planned. As I'm filming, the clocks went back an hour last night for daylight savings. So again, an extra hour in bed. And woke up this morning and the builders were in next door. I came downstairs at 8:30 and I was like, oh no, on a Sunday. And it started out that first you could hear them, I think they were cleaning up. There was a lot of sweeping and, you know, sort of background noise. It's like, okay, all right, that's fine. I put the TV on or put, you know, YouTube on or whatever. I won't even hear that. But no. After they cleaned up, then it started with like tap, tap, tapping. Then the tap, tap, tapping went into banging. And then by 11:30, it was full on, you know, drilling, sawing, every kind of noise you can imagine. And I was just so upset. And Lawrence said, yeah, well, you know, technically, you know, I don't think it's illegal here, even though culturally you do not do construction or noise work in your home on a Sunday. It just doesn't happen. Whether it's a written or unwritten rule, I don't know, but that does not happen here. So in the end, I said, well, I'm going round. I'm sorry. You know, we've been putting up with this from Monday through to Saturday and it's going to go on until November. That's fine. you know, do we like it? No, we don't. Is it disruptive? Yes, it is. But it's like, okay, we get it. But Sunday, no. So I jumped in the shower, got my clothes on, knocked on the door, and I have no idea what nationality they were. I asked, do you want me to speak English or Dutch? And he said, well, both. He said, een beetje, which means a little bit. So I thought, well, okay, well, I'll speak like broken Dutch to him. And I said, you know, I'm the neighbour, and today is Sunday, and from Monday to Saturday, you know, there's been a lot of noise in the house, and it's okay, we accept it, but not on a Sunday. And for 2 hours, I'm sitting here now with the noise, and now it needs to stop. It's not okay. And then he was really like, and I said, yeah, the man who owns the house, can you call him and you can tell him that I've been here, but we're really not happy. And he said, yeah, okay. So I said, oh, do you understand? Yes, I understand. I said, okay, well, thank you. And I left. And then as I was walking down the path, I heard the guy upstairs shout something. He must have said, like, what's going on? And then he said something back. I didn't recognise the language. I think they're definitely from, like, East European. I'd say that much. Don't think they sounded Polish. But anyway, what would I know? It's not like I speak any of these languages. I'm pretending I'm the expert here. And then give them the due, the noise stopped. But it's just, it put me in a funk, you know. Then Lawrence, both boys have gone out to football. Lawrence was going, he got his hockey gear together. And by this point, he's like, yeah, I think I'll have an early lunch, you know, so I'm not sort of too full when I go out on the hockey pitch. And I was just, my whole day has just been, you know, ruined. I know it seems really silly to say it just for a bit of noise, but it's just, you know, when you wake up and you're like, oh, a nice day, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And it's just put me in a funk, you know, a real, like a down mood. And tomorrow they'll be back in full force. They've left now. I've just checked the van's gone. They'll be back tomorrow in full force, you know, drilling, banging, whatever. It's fine because it's Monday and it's a work day and, you know, whatever. But, I don't know. So anyway, I haven't really done much. All the things I planned to do. This morning I was going to have a whole morning of crafting and doing all my little clay frames for, you know, my little walnut art. I was going to have a go at my beat. I think, did I show you? Maybe if you follow me on Instagram. I got a little wax seal of a bumblebee and I was going to, you know, play around with the wax seals, and I was just going to do a really crafty day, and then I needed to go out to the shops, and I've just been sat on the sofa. Just, yeah, I don't know, quiet. Felt like I needed to be quiet. I finished painting, it's behind you, the green frame, the little shelving system, but I've seen I've missed a bit, so okay, that's almost ready for waxing, and then it'll be finished. I'll show you what I bought yesterday, because I popped into the shops that I was at. There they have the Azaman, which is like, I don't know, it's like a B&M kind of thing, but very, very smaller, very much smaller. And I thought, oh, just let me go in and have a look at the yarn. And they had some really nice Christmassy colour. It's like a DK. So it's acrylic. And it's from their brand Royal. They're a couple of euro ball, 100-gram balls. But they didn't have like a nice cream in it. But I already have got a pile of this Julia colour. Which is, I think it's like a 2-ply, but it'll work up fine with it. I think they're quite nice. So I bought a couple of balls of each. They're brand new colours in, so they shouldn't run out too soon. And I thought, well, when I feel like just doing some just basic granny squares on top of the granny square cardigan I'm making. I've almost done all my complete grannies for that. I'm going to do a few more this afternoon. I thought it'd be nice if I could make a couple of small lap blankets. Maybe I could sell them at the Christmas fair, or keep them for myself, it's fine. I think if you watched last week's vlog, you'd have seen that I had to pop to the market. So I'm going to show you. If you don't knit, you won't be interested. But I predicted that the brown, it's all crumbs, it's been on the island, the brown from this sock, I would run out. And I've managed to get some more balls please, but I wanted to show you where, I don't know, I think after you've been sort of knitting and crocheting for a while, you can pretty much work out, I don't know, you can eyeball things, can't you? And I just knew, I couldn't say how much, but I've run out just for the toe, which is, I don't know, not even 20 grams. And that's where I've got to. I knew it. I just knew it. So anyway, I think I'm going to finish the toe of these, and then I'll talk about them more on the podcast, because not everybody who's watching is into knitting. But yeah, definitely was playing yarn chicken with that. So anyway, on for the toe, and then they're done. Finally, a pair of socks that are almost what the pattern says they are, with a few modifications accidentally along the way. So yeah, my whole day has just been, it's put me in a funk. Michelle asked me, they're having a drink, so get together a bottle this afternoon, but I had planned to go out, you know, I did need to go and do some shopping, and then, so I said, oh no, I can't make it. But now it's just this mood, I'm really, I don't know. I just feel like the house is quiet, the builders have left, the boys are not back yet. I just feel like I want to just sit on the sofa and just be quiet for a little bit. It just, I don't know, I was upset, but I was like really angry. I mean, I didn't shout at them or anything like that, even though I felt like it. I didn't. I had a very firm conversation. They knew I wasn't happy, but, you know, I didn't go around all shouting and demanding, you know, that wouldn't be okay. But, I don't know, why has it affected me so much? I don't know, it's just really, really, really bothered me. It's upset me and angered me, but I'm also like, I'm confused why it's spoilt my whole day. I mean, how stupid. Anyway, right, well, I'm sure finishing a pair of socks will cheer me up no end, so that's what I'm going to do. If anything exciting happens, I will tell you all about it. Good morning from the very messy craft room. Yesterday, I think I told you I was already planning to do it, but I did nothing. That's not true. I finished my gingerbread dream socks. They're all finished. I need to what do you call it? Not tying the ends, weaving the ends. Forget the word for it. Weave it, the expression, weaving the ends. I think it is. And block it. But I don't think I'm going to wear them. I think I'm going to use them as Christmas decoration because I just like them so much. It's a shame to have them shoved in shoes where no one will see them. So yeah, what did we do last night? Oh, we binge watched. Can't speak. Binged watched some more Virgin River. We're on the last season now. Almost the final stretch, so I've got a whole list of other things lined up I want to watch. This morning I'm working. I've been up before 7 because somebody locked Daxter out of the lounge. 9 times out of 10 the cat, Daxter, if you don't know who he is, will sleep downstairs in the lounge with Jack, our dog. Occasionally he'll just be really naughty and just stay out all night, which I get it, he's a cat, it's fine, except if it's like freezing, you know, snow, no, then we do our best to bring the little bugger in. But for the most part he's a bit of a homebody. If you stand at the front door and call him, 9 times out of 10 he'll just pop up from somewhere. He doesn't stray far. Anyway, waffle, hope you can hear me, there's a plane going over. So somebody, Lawrence, locked him out of the lounge last night. So as a result, Daxter woke me up scratching at the bedroom door. Now last night Lawrence came to bed about 2 in the morning, apparently, kicked or fell over something in the bedroom. So that woke me up, had earplugs in. And then I was just, for that split second, I woke up and then I was just drifting. And then he starts this like, this. And I said to him, not only have you woke me up, but now I can't get back to sleep. And he went, oh, I'm sorry. And the next minute he took his pillow and disappeared. He slept in the spare room, which I was very happy for. But yeah, I don't know why. Daxter decided to scrabble at my bedroom door. Oh, and William was also complaining about this morning. But Lawrence is lay there in the spare room with the door wide open, and he left him alone because Dax knows it's usually me or William that give him his breakfast, you know, sharp. So anyway, as a result, I got up, I needed the loo, TMI, went down, fed him, and I thought, well, I'm up now. By this point it was 7, so I got up, caught up on my laundry, caught up on a little bit of YouTube, cast on a pair of socks. Can you believe? So organised. And yeah, that was my morning. Cleaners are coming mid-morning. So tonight I'll get a nice, clean, fresh bed in. Ooh, can't wait. So our friends, the builders, the windows open because I had a hot flush. You know what I mean, some of you. So yesterday at 8:30 they were here banging and making a noise on a Sunday. And today, Monday, which is a regular work day, I think they eventually pitched up around 8:30. Quiet as mice, not hearing a word, a peep, a word. Well, we can hear them talk through the walls occasionally. And it's like, okay, so what was the need for that yesterday morning? All that noise when you've come here this morning and you're very quiet. Well, I'm hoping if the owner said they'll move in November, I hope it's not like the end of November. Anyway, whoa, waffle. Sound really moany, don't I? Anyway, I've got a few things to be getting on with before I've got a meeting, so I better crack on, concentrate. And if anything interesting, remotely interesting happens throughout the day, I will let you know. Oh, did I film? I'm trying to think now. I think in last week's vlog I did. I did a show and tell little shopping haul. I think it was last week's. Anyway, sorry, I'm waffling really badly now. In last week or the weeks before vlogs, I bought the boys like a hot chocolate bomb. I've never seen them in the Netherlands before, although I know they've existed for quite a while. You know, obviously watching YouTube, I'm aware of these things. And William got home from football yesterday and he's done something to his back. He's pulled a muscle in it, and he was cold. And so I said, oh, you know, went into mommy mode and said, do you want some hot chocolate? And he said, yeah, okay. So I made him the hot chocolate bomb. I think I might have filmed some of it, although I did hot milk in a pan and I managed to pour half the milk all over the work surface. So at this point, I don't know what you would have seen, but it was really nice. I had a little sip. It was a bit sweet for me, but he loved it. So hopefully it's not just a gimmicky thing, and we'll see them a bit more in the Netherlands, because it's like a chocolate ball, hollow, and it had marshmallows in the middle. Anyway, I'm sure you know what they are. They've been around for ages, but just not over here. Right, I am waffling now. I will catch you later. Good morning. As you've gathered, at my studio, my workshop, if it's your first time here, these are some of the small selection of the amigurumis that I've made over the years, which is crochet. I've got my headphones on. It's not too noisy. There's a bit of construction downstairs. There was construction at the neighbour's house all day yesterday, but it was fine. It didn't really disturb me. And I woke up this morning, last night, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go into the studio, I'm going to work, because you probably gathered by now, I haven't been in the office this week, as in like my company office. I just didn't feel like it yesterday. I was so tired. And then I haven't got any plans to go on Thursday either. So I was like, oh, just go and work from your studio. At least you're getting out of the house and out of tracksuit bottoms. So, but then this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I feel so tired, I don't want to go. I slept well, I don't know what's wrong with me. I actually feel like I'm fighting something off. Everybody I speak to's got like a cough or a cold at the moment. So it's inevitable we're going to pick up something. And I'm popping my vitamin D's like you can't believe. I've got myself a pastry. I've not had any coffee yet, so I've just made my first coffee of the morning in my Dawn's mug. This is a pecan and maple syrup pastry, just from the local supermarket. Keep an eye on the time because I've got a meeting soon. Yesterday we had a company meeting, and they made some announcements about how to address staff salaries with the inflation, and also how to address, you know, the cost of living crisis, semi-crisis, you know, the fuel shortage. So in the Netherlands, if your company's over a certain size, I think it's by law, I could be wrong, if anyone Dutch is watching you will know the rules, but your company has to assign what they call a workers' council, and it's basically a board of, you know, regular people working at the company who are elected by their peers to be on the board or on the council, and they basically they ensure that the management team, like the executive board or trustees or whoever, are doing things correctly, but also fighting for rights collectively. So they can't represent individuals, but if you've got a group of something, of a few people with a similar issue, you can go to the Workers' Council, and it's for the love and money. I would not want to be, you know, on that council because they don't have it easy. But yeah, so they've been fighting really hard to take care of us all collectively. So anyway, yesterday was the big announcement. Oh, sorry, there's a plane going over. I hope you can hear me. And in a nutshell, the company have put in some short-term measures for the remainder of this year and next year, to make sure that, well, to help us with our financial struggles. So there's not, you know, like massive pay rises. It's like some sort of temporary measures they've put in place. I'm so impressed with them. Seriously, our Workers' Council really stuck their neck out. But also that, you know, our management board have also recognised, you know, the difficulties right now. And yeah, it was really, I don't know, it was a really good meeting. And you know, and for me it was like, whew, I feel like a bit of the pressure's been taken off me, you know, like with wondering like, oh, what's this next heating bill going to be like, you know, because yeah, you can't predict these things, can you? So coffee's going cold. So yeah, that was really good meeting. Anyway, as you've gathered, I'm here for the day. Well, it's a short day, so I'm working till 3. I've checked my agenda and I've got quite a few meetings. And they're like all unrelated meetings, so it's like that gear switch kind of thing. So anyway, it's fine. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to eat my pastry, and then the day will get going. I don't know, I had some weird thing pop up on my phone. Something about talking too long. Story of my life, really, isn't it? I realise I've not done a lot of chit chats this week. It's lunchtime here. I'm just making some lunch. Sorry, this kettle is so noisy. I hope you can hear me. I'm a bit forward. Yeah. I said to Laura, oh, I've not driven to work this week, and normally I do, like, you know, have a bit of a car chit chat and catch up with you guys, and it's not happened. In case you're wondering, I've got an urge. I want toast for my lunch. I know it's not a very nutritious or healthy lunch. I just felt like I wanted toast. I'm having peanut butter on toast, hot buttered. Oh, it's just popped. Hold on. Okay. Hope you can hear me, because now the noisy kettle, and I'm gonna butter some toast while it's still hot. Yeah, so I haven't really done a lot of sort of chit-chatty waffling with you guys. So I thought, let me just remedy that right now. So, sorry, I'm multitasking, if you can call it that. I feel like I want some like hot, salty buttered toast. So I think I think I had a chat with you. I was at the workshop yesterday, my little studio. I was going to film like the progress on the new rooms and the communal area, but there didn't seem to be that much progress from when I last filmed. So I think when it's finished, I'll give you a show around. Let's see. It's always nice to see who your new neighbours are going to be. Then I have this horrible feeling, oh my gosh, I hope it's not like a sculptor or somebody who's going to be really noisy, because they're right underneath me. I hope not. I'll have a word with the ladies on my floor to see if we sort of have a little discussion amongst ourselves, and then sort of raise concerns with Maurice, the owner. But anyway, that's for a future discussion. But so yesterday I had planned to, after I finished work, to stay behind and spend a few hours, you know, for myself privately in my studio. I wanted to get a bit of yarn dyed, and that didn't happen. Hold on. Ooh, that was a bit close. Lighting's not great. I realised that scoffing some toast and trying to talk to you wasn't going to happen, so I literally vacuumed, hoovered up the toast and peanut butter while it was still hot, and it was so good. And I've got an instant coffee. It's a bit hot still, but instead of my usual maple syrup, I had I've got caramel syrup in it. It's more like a caramelly coffee, a bit nutty. Anyway, waffle. What was I saying? Yeah, so I wanted to stay in the workshop, and you know, I wanted to dye a bit of yarn and do some things, and oh gosh, I had back-to-back meetings, and by the time I was done with my last meeting, I was like, I'm going home. I was exhausted, and what do you know? I fell asleep on the sofa again. I feel like I'm fighting something off. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've been popping vitamin D. I think it's just like one of these winter snuffles, because, you know, I feel okay, but yeah, I feel a little bit like, I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, I feel like a bit throaty. Anyway, waffle. So I got home, crashed out on the sofa. Then William literally came home from school, went straight out to work. So Lawrence ended up, he made like chicken pesto pasta. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But then he left for hockey training, and then Joshua said, oh, I'm working the night shift tonight. So I ended up, I dropped him off in work, because where he's working, it's like really remote, you know, it's not an ideal place to get to and forth when you don't drive. So I dropped him off. But yeah, I had a bit of a sort of on my own in the house kind of moment. And then Lawrence came back from hockey. And then, did we watch something? Oh yeah, we watched something about King Charles, which was quite interesting. Then I went to bed. Anyway, that was really interesting. So what I'm trying to say is, I've not really had anything interesting to talk to you about this week. So, gosh, I don't even know what footage you would have seen at this point. Anyway, waffle. So today's a regular work day, and it's a project day. And I've been working in my office upstairs. I did hear a bit of a commotion at the front door, and I went down, and something had been posted through the letterbox. And then, I don't know why, just something in my instinct, I opened the door, and then the postman was like, off he went. And he'd left a parcel hanging out the front door. Anyway, in case you want to know what it was, nothing interesting. Joshua and I wear contact lenses. And we have the daily disposable soft lenses. So, and I ordered them online. So it was my contact lens delivery, which actually I'm quite happy about because I was really late ordering them this month. And I'm down to my last pair, so that's good. Anyway, strangely, another one of these sort of weekends where we didn't really have that much on. But that soon changed. So tomorrow, anyway, let's go back. So Namali at me this morning, and she said, what are you doing for lunch tomorrow? I want to go and have lunch with you and catch up because I've not seen you on your birthday. And I was like, great, perfect. My agenda is wide open. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to go into our village, but with the understanding that maybe we don't do it because she won't mind me sharing this with you. Some of you that you'll know Namali. She's been having shoulder issues, pains for ages, as have I, and her symptoms were really similar to mine. Anyway, finally, she had a diagnosis, and she's had the treatment today. She had a calcium build-up in her shoulder. So, same symptoms of me, same kind of pain in the same area, but completely different. So, she's been in today. I've had a message. It's gone fine. But she had to go in as an outpatient, and I'll know more tomorrow, but she said that they basically went in, local anaesthetic, and they've removed the calcium. Don't know how that worked. So, and she's at home now. At the moment, she feels fine. So I said, listen, I think she's been a bit optimistic because she said, yeah, for lunch, I'll pick you up around 12 tomorrow. And I was like, maybe you won't feel like driving. So I said, listen, I'll pick you up. And we've booked a table at a nice little cafe on the waterfront. And if she's not feeling good tomorrow, then we'll just cancel it. So maybe tomorrow I'll go out for lunch with Nam. And if not, I've got other things to be getting on with. Then in the evening, we're going out for dinner with some friends that we cancelled a few weeks ago now because they had COVID. So that everybody's fit and, healthy. So Lawrence and I are going out for dinner tomorrow evening. Also nice. And then Linda messaged me. It's almost our 20-year friendship anniversary. So she's invited us over from a dinner at her house on Saturday night. So it's like our weekend's gone from like not much planned to like got some really nice things planned. So in case you want to know what this 20th anniversary is. So Linda, many of you, if you've been around for a while, you would have met Linda. I think you've met quite a lot of my friends, not all of them, but quite a few. Linda and I, we were in hospital together when I had Josh and she had her daughter Rosa, and we both had C-sections. Mine was an emergency one and hers was planned, and we were in the hospital bed next to each other. And so these 3 days between Josh and Rosa. So they're like cousins. They've literally grown up with each other. And Linda and I, we clicked instantly. But because I had my C-section a few days before her, I was feeling a bit better by the time she had hers. So, she had trouble sleeping. So we were, and because, everything was taken care of for us, we were in hospital a week. We were up all night, talking with each other and just keeping each other company and helping each other. And, literally within a few days, we just shared our entire life story with each other. And, the day I came home, I had a really nice bed. Mine was by the window. And the day I left, the nurse said to Lynn, or you can move to Dawn's bed. Or you can move to the window bed if you want. And Linda said, no, that's Dawn's bed. I can't move into Dawn's bed. And within an hour of being home, Linda messaged me. She said, I'm missing you already. So, we've literally been like firm friends, from our hospital stay. And Linda's actually one of my best friends. We've been through a lot together. But the nice thing is, her hubby Lawrence, Ronald, and Lawrence really get on well. So, yeah, it's been good. We've been we're like family. So anyway, the point I'm making is, our kids are almost 20. And that's why Linda said, oh, we should also celebrate our friendship aside from the kids' birthdays. So isn't that nice? I'm really looking forward to that. And Linda always goes, she goes above and beyond when she has a dinner. She lays the table out lovely, and, you know, you come here and, you know, it's like, here's your food, a glass of wine. Whereas Linda does, she's a very good hostess. So, it's going to be a nice weekend. I mean, it would have been a nice weekend anyway. Although Lawrence said on Sunday it's supposed to, it's going to pour down. So well, I'm fine with that. I'll just stay home. I want to catch up on some crafting. He's got hockey. And then I think for November, I've got a few things going on. I've got a couple of work events to go to. And things they're in the planning, but we've not picked dates yet. And December's already starting to sort of busy up, you know, with dates and stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun couple of months. Anyway, when I come downstairs for my lunch, Lawrence has gone, Lawrence is working from home. Okay. William's out at school. Josh was in bed because he's done a night shift. And Lawrence said, oh, I'm just going to pop over to one of the neighbours for a coffee, or to their mum's over, and he wanted to say hi before she goes. I don't know. And so I said, yeah, okay, all right, well, see you later. Ken upstairs. And what's at the back door? Jack, he'd gone out and left Jack in the garden, which we never, ever leave Jack out, ever. We don't even have a cat flap. Daxter actually tells us when he would like to go in and out of the house. And yeah, poor Jack stood at the back door, like looking like, what's going on, Mum? And I said, oh, let me bring him in. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see, it's a lovely sunny autumn day here. So he's fine. He'd not even locked the back door. I've just messaged him or put a flea in his ear, if you know that expression. Basically, I've told him off. So he's like, oh no. He's not that bothered about, you know, leaving the back door open. It was more that he left his beloved fur baby in the garden. Jack and Daxter are so spoiled. You know, they're showered with so much attention off all of us. It's ridiculous. So anyway, Jack's in. He's sat on the love seat now. He was not happy at all. And then the other thing, I'm really in waffle mode right now. But the other thing is, there's as you step into the kitchen area at the end of the lounge, there's a radiator on the wall there. And Jack, the last few days, Jack has got a bed, it's there. He never uses it. Actually, I think Daxter sleeps in that bed more than Jack. The last few days, Jack's been lying in his bed. And we're like, what? Why is he doing that? Normally, when he's lying in his bed, he's probably done something he shouldn't have done. Or if he's feeling a bit under the weather. But he's really perky and playful and, you know. So I said, oh, I wonder if it's because the radiators, the heating started to come on. And I checked, and the radiator was stone cold. But I know the heating was on early this morning because the kitchen radiator was like lukewarm to the touch. So I don't know why he was lying in his bed. Anyway, he's not there now. He's on the chair, as I said. But Lawrence checked, and the radiator was turned off. And we don't remember doing it. Like, why would we have turned that radiator off? The only thing I can think of is it's by the thermostat. So maybe we turned it off because it was too cold upstairs. I don't know. We just don't recall doing it. So anyways, Lawrence has turned it halfway on, so we'll see how that's going to be, because last night was actually a bit chilly, and the sun has now moved to the front of the house, and my office / very messy craft room is at the front of the house, and my room is like toasty and warm. So when I came down before, it was like, oh, it's a little bit chilly down here. There's a bit, it's not cold. I mean, I've got a jumper on, and, you know, I don't need to layer up anymore, but yeah, this, I don't know, you just feel there's a bit of a nip in the air. Anyway, that was my waffle. I wanted to tell you how I was having peanut butter on toast. Jack had been locked out, and yesterday, why I didn't do anything in the studio, and yeah, that's pretty much my day. I don't know if I've got anything else to share. From a crafty point of view, I've finished, I'm not going to show you, I've finished my gingerbread dreams socks. So I think what I'll do this evening is I'm going to block them. If you don't knit or crochet, blocking is where you wash or dampen the piece of work you've worked on, and then you let it dry. You pin it to the shape it's supposed to be. You know, it's called blocking because, you know, you don't overstretch it, but you let it dry naturally in the shape it's supposed to be, and the stitches sit where they're supposed to, and the shape, you know, it is good and whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've only actually own one sock blocker. This is, so when you've made a sock and you wash it or dampen it, and then you put it on one of these, which is a sock blocker, to dry, you know, and you can actually hang a sock blocker up, and the point is the sock sits on this, the air can go through, and then it dries to the shape of the sock instead of all crunched up. And anyway, my gingerbread dream socks are too big. This is my regular size. I can show you. It's by Sock You Mother Socker, and it's a European size 36 to 41. So this is my size sock, but if you're not interested, this is very boring. Just fast forward couple of minutes. And the size I've knitted the gingerbread dream socks in is I did it in the extra large because I want them to be like toasty house socks. Although I think I'm going to have them as decoration for Christmas because they're too nice. And they don't fit. They're too big for the sock blocker. So I'm gonna wash them. I've got a couple of foam boards, so I'll wash them, and then I'll pin them to the foam board so they dry in this kind of shape. Are you with me? And then when I've blocked them, when they're dry, then I will show you, or I'll save it for a podcast because not everybody's interested in knitting socks, and I'll probably photograph them nicely and share them on my Instagram. But I'm so pleased with how they've turned out. Super pleased with them. I've got like a craft mountain next to me. I always sit on the end of the sofa. This is my spot. And I've got I can show you. I've got a bag here. I still need to finish my granny squares for my Adina cardigan. Actually, I'll show you. I think I need 60 something full squares here. This is the colour. So I'm almost at the 60 mark of the full ones, and then I've got some half grannies and then quarter grannies, and then I can start the construction. I don't know how that's going to go. And then the other thing, here is a cast on my second vanilla socks. When I say, if you don't know, if you're not a knitter or a sock knitter, when you do a plain sock, you call it a vanilla sock. It's just a plain sock, but everybody has their own recipe of a vanilla sock. So I've completed one basic sock in this nice sparkly hobby yarn. I shared that in the podcast, and then I cast that on, and I'm just doing the I turned the heel, and now I'm on the it's a horrible word, it's the gusset of the sock. So this will then, I'm shaping it to sort of bring it back to the right amount of stitches to knit the foot. So it looks like I'm getting my knitting enthusiasm back again, although I'm also knitting, I think that's a dishwasher. I'm also knitting a shawl, which it's only on a light, it's on a sock weight, so it's very light, the garment, but it's on thicker needles, and it's, there's more fabric in it. I'm not enjoying that. That's bothering my shoulder. So I think sock knitting and little projects like the grannies is better for me. And that was the dishwasher. It's just finished. So yeah, the Christmas fair at the art centre, I've still not signed up for it. I don't know if I am going to officially sign up for it because I've not really done anything in terms of like making a bunch of things. I've sort of like halfway preparing things and then just not got round to finishing them. And I just work so busy at the moment. I don't actually feel like doing anything. And then, you know, Fridays I've been out gadding around. Saturday, Lawrence and I are usually busy doing stuff. So Sunday's only like my real sort of crafty day. And I think if you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that I didn't do any kind of crafting much last Sunday because it was when the clocks changed in Europe, and the construction next door was in full swing, and it just, I don't know, it just put me in a real off mood. So let's see if this Sunday, you know, it's going to, by all accounts, it's going to be rainy and not nice weather to go out. Lawrence will be out at hockey, boys will be at football. So hopefully Sunday I'll get on top of, you know, crafty makes, and then I'll make a decision then if I'm going to officially sign up to the craft fair, or maybe I just do, you know, like a last minute decision, and it's not like, I don't know, I don't even know what they're going to do. Somebody mentioned that the Christmas fair they did pre-COVID, and I didn't have a studio at the art centre, they did it like market stalls. So I don't know, I could also sort of take the end of somebody's stall, you know, last minute. It'll be fine. I think the more the merrier with them lot. The other funny thing that was yesterday at the studio, when I was, no, Yonetta was there, who's she shares she shares Yvonne and Inika's workshop, and she's a painter. I've not seen her for a while. She's been in the States and busy. She had her little dog with her. Oh, she was so cute. I think she's called Misty, and I think she's like is it a Cavalier? King Charles Spaniel? I think they're called Cavaliers. Super cute. That was nice. There's a little doggy there. I mean, she's not roaming around the place. She was in their workshop. And then as I was leaving, I thought I could hear it like barking. And as I was leaving, I popped in to say bye to Aletta. And then I was just talking. And then I could hear this weird, like this sort of click, 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 click noise. And the next minute, Aletta was lying on her massage table, chilling. She was having a little break. And she said, "Oh, you've got a visitor." And I was like, "What?" And there was nobody stood behind me. And and I looked down, and there was another little dog stood next to me, and was like, "Where is this dog come from?" And it was the lady in the workshop, my new neighbour, Ellen, I think she's called. She'd brought her dog in. Just outside Namalie's, watching the mirror. She's just doing something quickly for work, and it's raining. What do you know? It's been beautiful here. Really nice sunshine, but a bit cold. Just said to Lawrence, I think it's time to light a fire this weekend. But anyway, it's fine. So I'm assuming that she's all right from her shoulder procedure. Oh my gosh, that was hard to say. And I think we've got plenty of time. It's only 12 o'clock. We've got the table booked for 1:15. It's only in the village, which is literally a 5-minute car ride. That's fine. I got up this morning. It was quite early. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is oversharing, TMI, but I've been quite, apart from, you know, all the gazillions of bladder infections I had for those 4 years, which I never had any issues with stuff like that. And is it my age? I've even been one of those fortunate ones that I could jump on a trampoline and cough and sneeze and I'm fine, you know. So I always thought that, you know, my bladder control was quite good. But I don't know, I think it was when I turned 50. Sometimes I even have to wake up in the night and go pee. And now I can't sleep. I mean, if I sleep till 7 without, you know, I'm bursting to go. Sorry, is that oversharing? Anyway, the point is, I think it was like 6:30, and I was like, oh, I have to go. So oh, Namalie's here now. I'm sure she won't mind. I'm just chatting to everyone. I told them about your shoulder.
Oh gosh.
Say hello.
Hello.
You've met Namalie before. So yeah, and then it was like, oh, I can't sleep now, I had to get up. So anyway, right, I'm going to catch up with Namalie, and maybe we can film a little bit in the head townhouse. Oh, there's a little gift coming my way. Ooh, exciting. And I'll catch you later. Good morning. It's still morning. So I think you would have seen, I think I filmed a little bit of when I went for lunch with Namalie, and the little cafe that we went to, it's like a lunchroom, it's called Het Townhouse, which is the garden house. And it's lovely, and I've been sailing past that all through summer, so some of you might recognise it, you know, maybe not. And I know they put like an extension on the side, like a really nice big conservatory, and when we walked in, I was like, the penny hadn't landed, hadn't dropped, sorry, that it was like, oh yeah, they've extended it, so it's a lot bigger than it was. And sorry, I'm cutting my head off. Because it's always busy, and especially on like Friday through to Sunday, you have to book a table. You can't just pitch up and hope to be seated, because it's super popular. So anyway, Namalie had booked a table, and her shoulder was doing much better. So hopefully, the treatment she's had is hopefully going to help her. Hurrah! Because I know what shoulder pain's all about, don't I? So anyway, we had, I think I might have filmed, had a delicious homemade mushroom soup. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then we had like a tuna cheese melt as well, which in hindsight wasn't the best idea for me because it was like so full. But anyway, it was really good. And then I think I would have shown some footage of, she got me a really nice little gift. So I'm going to give a little shout out here to a small business. I don't know if they deliver overseas, but for sure if you're in the Netherlands, maybe it's of interest to you. And if you're ever visiting Amsterdam, they apparently, Namalie told me that they do a lot of sort of markets and fairs and stuff like that. So this is Het Amsterdam's soap. I can't pronounce. Zeep House. The Amsterdam Soap House. That's what it's called. I don't know if you had my face. So what I'll do, I'll put a link below. I think even if you're not interested in buying some, it's really nice because the soaps are all based on real like canal houses, like the historical houses. And on their website, they put a little story behind each house. I don't know if they're true or fictional, but I think it's just really cute. Oh, it's well stuck down. And I like it because it's all like recyclable packaging, which is nice. So it comes in this little sleeve. I think you've seen this. But I thought I'll give you a close-up. So these are the soaps. How adorable are they? They're so cute and they smell lovely. Not perfumey, but they smell very sort of natural, you know, not like that chemically soapy smell, you know, they're not like packed with perfume. So the black one is with activated charcoal, the middle one is with cucumber and aloe vera, and then this one is with almond, and they're lovely. But I don't know if you can see, they're actually, you can buy like a whole row of them. There's like an orange one and a rose one, there's all different ones, but you can see the little stairs. They I think on the actual street that they're from, they are houses that sit together. And I think I might have filmed this one in one of the summer vlogs. I'm pretty sure I did. So anyway, give you a close up. They're lovely. It's really sweet. Anyway, I'll put the link below. At least I'll try and remember. And if I do forget, please excuse me. But you can Google Het Amsterdamse zip. Lawrence, how do you pronounce soap in Dutch? Sape. Sorry, Lawrence is in the lounge. Right, so that was a really, really lovely, thoughtful gift from Namely. It's very happy with that. And she didn't have to at all. But anyway, I've blocked. I'll talk about this in the podcast, but I've blocked my socks. So the reason that I've brought them into the kitchen is I'm going to take a photo of them, or try. It's difficult because they've got, well, they still feel a little bit dampish. Or maybe they're cold, I don't know. But because they've got this gingerbread detail on. So anyway, whenever I do another podcast, I'll talk about them more in detail. So yeah, we had lunch, and then I ate too much, which wasn't the best idea, because in the evening we went out for dinner with Michelle, who you would have seen in my Ibiza vlog. She's one of the girls I went to Ibiza with. I know them from like 2 different groups kind of thing. Actually 3. I know them because they were our old neighbours until not that long ago. And I know them because William used to play with their son, and then I know them from the Ibiza, that group of girls. So, oh, and also one of her best friends was also an ex-colleague of mine who was like my best work buddy kind of thing. So it's very weird how we've got this connection. Anyway, waffle. So, yeah, we spoke about this ages ago, and then it got cancelled and then postponed. And anyway, so last night we went for dinner, and we went into our village to a relatively new-ish Indian restaurant, and I didn't film anything. We were so engrossed in, like, we would chat the whole evening. It was really, really nice. It was really nice food. The restaurant is lovely. They've done a great job. I think it was like a Polish supermarket before, and the staff were really nice, very sweet. But I think we were done for about, I don't know, 8ish, something like that. No, about 9ish. We were done for about 9ish. We were like, oh, what should we do now? So we actually decided to visit a bar in our village. I've only ever been there once, about 10 years ago, for like a private function. But and they've never been at all. Or I don't think Michelle had been at all. So, but it's like, it's a real local pub kind of thing. You know, everybody knows each other. We didn't know anybody in there, but there was a lot of faces that I recognised, you know, I've lived in this village like nearly 20 years now. So, you know, before like all these new houses were built around us, you know, you pretty much sort of knew everybody via. Anyway, it was very much a village life then. But yeah, it was really nice. And I think we left there about midnight. And we literally had a couple of drinks, but, you know, we had a nice seat and we chat. So it was a really, really fun night. And just nice to get out, you know, do something, you know, with another couple, have a chit chat out of the house in, you know, just in a public area. So it was fun, but I'm sorry I didn't film any of it. So I'm sure you don't mind. But in case you're interested, I think I had chicken jalfrezi, and it was very nice. Right, well, at this point, I'm going to wrap up this week's vlog because, you know, I say this every week, but I can't remember what I've waffled about all week. I thought not much because, you know, I've not been doing my sort of car chit chat with you, but actually I did like a camera dump. I downloaded all the footage and it's quite long, so I have to, you know, sift through it and edit it all. I was really surprised. I was like, huh, did I film that much? But I don't know what I did film. Maybe it's a load of rubbish, or even more rubbish than normal. I don't know. Anyway, if you are new Thanks for joining my channel, and I hope you enjoyed spending a bit of time with me. And you know, maybe you want to say hello in the comments, and if you don't want to, that's completely fine. I do read every comment, and if you haven't done so already, maybe you want to help our channel, our little community grow. Hitting the subscribe definitely helps the YouTube algorithm gods, and you know, giving a like of the video or a dislike if you don't like it, that's also fine. Some people do. I'd love to know why, but anyway, that's their business. But you know, all the interactions, they all help with the channel, so you know, I'm not complaining. And if you're one of the OGs, one at the OG, I always say the OGs every week, but for me, in my language, it's like the original gang, because quite a few of you have been with me from the get-go or from the very early days. I think the channel's been running about 3 or 4 years now, I think. So anyway, if you are one of the OGs, welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed spending another week with me, and I hope you're all well, and you know, you've had a good week, and the most important thing is have a good and safe week ahead. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for joining. Bye.